Roses are red, violets are blue. If you're a venti soy latte with 3 shots of espresso that's on sale for $3.99, then I love you. This camera smells funny. Hey everybody, Caffeine Fox here. And in today's episode, I'm going to be talking about what you can tell your friends, coworkers, or family, or just anybody, where you're going to when you go to a convention. Think of this as kind of like an excuse rule book for what to tell people. I would say that we've all kind of been there when somebody asks where you're going to for 3 days of the week over in Chicago around the December time period. And I've had to come up with some pretty creative excuses to tell people where I'm going to. And again, this isn't like an all-encompassing rule book. If you have no problem telling somebody that you're going to a furry convention, then by all means, go for it. This video is more for those that might be afraid of telling people where they're going to. Excuse number 1. Oh, I'm going to an anime convention. Now the problem with this one is a lot of people are into anime, at least from what I've seen. So it's a pretty widely accepted fandom that people tend to go to and gravitate towards. And they might ask, which anime con? Now at this point, you have to do your homework. So if you don't know any anime conventions, you better think of something quick. I would usually think of, for example, ASIN, which is over in Chicago. I would use that one as an excuse. Oh my goodness, people are yelling outside the apartment right now. Excuse number 2. You could tell them that you're going to a pet convention with a bunch of animals like dogs and cats. And some exotic species too, like Dutch angel dragons. Excuse number 3. You could tell them that you're going to a mascot convention, only it has a lot of different rainbow colored dogs and rainbow colored cats. If somebody ever asked me what kind of mascot I was, I would just tell them I am from the University of C, Caffeine. It's a small school, you probably haven't heard of it. Okay, so that was more along the lines of convention-based excuses, right? So now I'm gonna get into some of the other ways of going about telling people where you're going to. You could just say that you're visiting family, because you technically are. We're all one big family in the fandom. And every family has that one crazy uncle who follows you wherever you go. You could tell people that you're going to the zoo, and you're going to be seeing all these bright, colorful animals in captivity, in their con rooms, drinking. You can tell people that you're going to be going to a sauna where you're going to be sweating all the time and you just have no control over the temperature at all, which isn't far from the truth. If you're in a fursuit, you're going to be sweating. You could always tell people that you're going to a Comic-Con. I've actually had to use that excuse a few times. I only usually use those excuses whenever I know that the person I'm talking to would think of me differently as a person because of me telling them where I'm going to. Now I know in some of my previous videos, right, I said that at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter as long as you're having fun. And if people judge you, then they're probably not good friends to begin with. However, there are times when they're still good friends, you just don't want to bring up the whole furry thing. And it feels like Comic-Cons are just one of those big open events that a lot of people actually can kind of understand and know what's going on. It feels like nowadays people are a lot more into that. Whether it's like DC Comics, Marvel, just pop culture in general. So it feels like a lot of the stigma that might have been associated with saying that you're going to like a Lord of the Rings convention doesn't really carry as much weight nowadays. So yeah, I usually just say I'm going to a Comic-Con whenever somebody asks. Oh my goodness, this ring light is so bright. Okay, so that wraps up today's short video. Oh my goodness, this is super hot right now. I'm like baking. Thank you everybody for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it and have an excellent, super safe, and awesome weekend. Bye.